What's up, everybody? Joshua here, Madison Motor Works. I'm missing Dean today. We was going to do this job together, but I got tired of it sitting in the yard, so I figured I'm going to try to knock it out. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but this is a 2014 Chevrolet Captiva. Got a 2.4 ecotec four-cylinder in it, and the exhaust manifold's cracked. It sounds like a dirt track race car when you crank it up for the first 10 minutes. So I went online, of course, ordered a new one. So the goal right now is to get it down to where we can at least try to get this off. Unfortunately, on these cars, they are on the back between the firewall and the motor, which sucks. So I'm going to see if I can get in there. I'm going to try to make a video out of it, because when I went online looking at it, there wasn't a lot of videos. There was none for a Captiva, but there was some for like a Traverse or the other Chevy cars with this motor. But so I figure why not make one if I can get shots worth making a video out of. But yeah, I'm gonna flip this thing over on fast record real quick. I think. No, actually I'm not. So I'm gonna move the camera closer. Try and get a better angle. All right, so from what I can tell, first thing we need to do is we gotta get this off, and I think it just pops off, or it may not. It's been a while since I've worked on this car. Yep, it just pops off. I think. Oh no, okay. So airbox, stupid airbox, or bigger. I don't know what this is. So your airbox runs into this. This runs down and connects to the throttle body. So let's see, light right there. We got to undo that screw, and then the big ecotec box come off, and undo your battery, both of them, just cause. All right, so I'm gonna go find a flathead. Thought I had one laying here, and we'll get all that disconnected. All right, I told a fib. I got my DeWalt with a bit, with a 5/16. So loosen it up at the airbox, this hose. And down here at the throttle body. All right, I had to get an extension to go on the impact here. But now, see, I got this one loose. We're going to undo the throttle body. All right, great. It's starting to rain. So hold on a second. All right, I'm back. The 56 was out in the rain, and I'd rather not sit out there in the rain because the windowsills still leak a little bit on it. We hadn't replaced those yet. But where was we at? Okay. Throttle body loose. This hose loose. Now this little hose right here on the side of this just slides out. And now it should pop loose maybe. All right, that's loose. Get that one's loose. And another cover, of course. All right, now on this guy here, just pop the oil cap off. This cover should pop off too. All right, that covers off. Now we're down to the actual motor. We worked 15 minutes and just now got to the engine. Excuse me. Now let's see if we can see what we got to work on. All right, it looks like maybe we take these bolts out. This will come off so we can get in there a little easier. O2 sensor plug Okay. So, gotta figure out what size these are. They're probably 12. See what happens here. Nope. All right. That one come loose. All right, so on the back of the head, I think you got this bolted on. 2 bolts. It pops out of the way, so now you can see the top of the manifold. All right, so here's where we're at now. So I guess we got to get that cover off. And I'll unplug the O2 sensor, I think. Yeah, O2 plug right there. So I'll have to undo that. I hope y'all can hear me. The rain's coming down pretty good. There's one. Let's put this back on. So, helping me too. 1 bolt right there, 1 there, and I'm assuming, okay, 1 right there. All right, let's get those out. All right, so it's loose. Luckily, the new one, which these would have went back in, the new manifold comes with new heat shield bolts. So now I got to undo the O2 sensor, pull the shield off, and then I guess we can get to the bolts on it. I think I counted there's 9 of them. So we'll hop on that next. All right, I got the guard loose and it's ready. It's out. Shoo-wee. So it sits down on the motor like that. All right, so check it out. Right there is an awesome track. So now we have 3 bolts holding the exhaust to the manifold, and then there's a bunch of bolts down there we got to find. There's 1, 2, 3. So we're going to get all them out and get them 3 loose. We're going to do the 3 first. And then we'll unbolt it from the head. All right, so I struggled getting, I got 1 of them loose, but I'm still struggling to get the other ones loose. So I'm going to spray them with some blaster. They should come loose. They're still warm now. I'm going to hit them with some PB and see if that'll help loosen them up. PB blaster. Of course, this can's empty. I don't know where the other can is. All right, now let's try this again. We ain't even got to the manifold bolts yet. Hopefully they ain't gonna be no pain in the butt. All right, y'all, I got them. It just, I guess I had to change my position and get it in front of the car, but they're out now. Of course, that blaster helped. Okay, so now I've got to locate all the bolts on the head and figure out what size they are. They're definitely not a 10. What's this? It's a 13. I guess that's it. So let me go get this other manifold and give us a bolt count so we know. So it's like this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right, well, let's get to work. 13 seemed to fit it, so. Let's see, here's one down here maybe. Might need the extension too. Alright, there's one, I think. Well, you know what? Let's use this guy. That way when they break loose, we can just run them out. Alright, y'all, so I finally got all 10 bolts out. There is 10. I've dropped 2, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is out. And as it come loose, she literally come apart in 2 pieces here, man. That's crazy. I gotta see if I can get this thing out. Probably gonna have to end up dropping the exhaust. Didn't think about that. That's stupid too. All right, I'm gonna fight with this and get this jerked out real quick, and then I'll, or at least try to get one half out and then see what the other side needs. Or that's a pain in the butt reaching around under this thing. 10-10, wouldn't recommend it. It ain't hard, but I mean, it wasn't fun. Yeah. There's 2 cylinders. All right, so I jacked the car up, jack stands under it and everything, crawled under it, I rolled under it, and let's see if we can get under here. Right there is a bolt that I guess that's a Cadillac converter too. Nice. We got like 4 of them on it. But anyhow, take that bolt out and it dropped down. So now I ought to be able to see if I can get a shot of it. The manifold was up there, so we ought to be able to pull it out now. Which this will still come down some. So let's see if it'll come out. This thing needs some tires too. But clearly it wouldn't come out without lowering that. I even took a pry bar and tried to pry it out. It still wouldn't do it. So hopefully this dropped it enough to, and it's still gonna fight us. Oh, there it is. And that's the other half, finally. Thing's just an adjustable wrench. Unscrewed it. That rarely happens. I was expecting to run to town to get a O2 socket. But I'll take it. Alright, so yeah, it's 10 bolts to get the manifold loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got the 3 bolts on the flange. It bolts it to the Cadillac converter, and then 3 bolts holding the heat shield on. Not bad. It's really not. So now I guess we'll do everything in reverse. Oh, and you got to drop the exhaust down, so this will come off. So we got a new Dorman exhaust manifold right there with a donut gasket, and then the head gasket. So let's get all this together and get ready to throw it on. Let's see what happens. All right, so I laid everything side by side just to get a visual. So, as we said, this is the old one. Make sure you pull your old gasket off the block or off the head there, because it'll stay stuck on. Here's the new one. When you put it back on, silver side to the head. And also, don't forget to pull this ring out of that groove right there so you can put your new one in there. Because when you tighten it up and torque it down, it crushes and makes a seal or seals. So don't forget to do that. It's fairly important, I guess. All right, so now I'm going to put my new ring in. All right, now this guy just fits down in there perfect. It's actually loose, so when you tighten it, it'll flatten and expand into the hole there. And next will be manifold gasket. Manifold gasket. See if I can even get where I may have to. All right, hold on one second. All right, y'all, this is a very awkward shot, but it's the best I can do. So I don't have Dean here to help me get some of these good shot angles. One side to go in, the other side to pop out. There it is. All right, now that's on. All right, well, I got the manifold back on. I've got like 3 or 4 bolts in it. I had to pull the catalytic converter down even further. So once I get it bolted in, the manifold, I'll go back under the car and see if I can position that to slide back into its holes. If not, I may have to get some help. But either way, ready to put all them missing bolts on. I need to go online and figure out what the torque spec is. And this dude will be done. Like I said, it's not a horrible job. It's just, it's very confined and tight in there trying to find all them bolts. But it'll be all right. We'll get it knocked out here soon. All right, y'all. So I got the catalytic converter bolted back up, but so when I was trying to get the flange up here back in the manifold, it was hitting here, and it was, this bracket was not letting it go far enough down and over to get up in the holes. So maybe, no, you got to take this bracket loose, take that bolt out, it'll swing over, it'll drop down low enough and go right in like it's supposed to. It's kind of a pain in the butt tightening that one up, but you can get to it. So the exhaust is back tight like it's supposed to be. Okay, now the torque specs on the manifold bolts to the head, 10 foot-pounds. I went ahead and done that already. So now the ones on the flange, them 3 on the flange, are 20 foot-pounds. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll put the O2 sensor back in it and the heat shield. So let's lock that out real quick. So them bolts are 15 millimeter. There it is, there's one. Get this another one. It's already tight. Let's see if we can get this back or this other one. Yep. All right, so all of them's torqued down to spec. Like I said, 10 foot-pounds on the head, for the manifold and 20 foot-pounds on the flange. All right, now I guess we'll throw the O2 in and hope I can get it back tight with the crescent wrench. All right, that's good. I like that. Heat shield. Now the heat shield or the flange down here, it comes with 3 new nuts, and the heat shield comes with new bolts for it. All right, guys, heat shield's back on the exhaust. So now, only thing left, I believe, is this mounting cover mounting. Gonna find where it goes. That was a 13 that ties those on. Fits that bolt. So yeah, 2 screws to hold that back on, as we know. O2 sensor. You have to pull this plastic piece out right here to get it to pop off. When you put it back on, slide that back in, put it where it goes. Not sure where that goes. Maybe here, like so. If not, it does now. So now we need to throw the first cover on. All right, this cover, roll cap off. So you put this up to go on the other one. Oh, I don't like it. It looks crooked. It is crooked. That one. No. There we are. Got that on there. Oil cap back on. So this is really just a intake tube. So I don't know why it's so big. That back on. Throttle body. That snaps back in there. It's on 1 because this ain't gonna be tight. Just snug. Alright. Snug this one up. Get this tube. There it is. That back in there. And that's it. So I guess now we need to fire it up. See if it sounds like a dang race car again. Alright, so let's see what she sounds like. See if that helped the issue it was having. I mean, clearly it couldn't have hurt it. We see the crack in the two-piece manifold. These are bolts that you replace with new with the kit, manifold kit. Oh, I'm gonna plug the mass airflow sensor right here because it was stabbing me in my riblets. So don't forget that. Battery. This thing still does sound rough, but of course it's gonna smoke that new manifold, get all the oils off of it, they spray on it, keep it from rusting and shipment or storage. Alright, well I'm gonna cut it off. Because I don't want all that smoke getting in the shop here, but that's that. I'm gonna, I gotta do the brakes on it, front and rear, pads and rotors. So I guess I'll do that next. I'm not sure if I'll put it on the video or not. I mean, I'm here, I'm filming. I may as well charge my phone and keep on, right? So I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll pull the front wheels off of this thing since it's already jacked up and do pads and rotors on it. And then we'll do the back. All right, so I have my phone charging. So I went ahead and knocked this side out. Very simple, but I will record me doing the other side. So, all right, first things first, I'm gonna pop the tire off of it, wheel, whatever you want to call it. So crisscross applesauce, I guess. It'll get you. Our lug nuts. This little tire off here. Roll it. Go. All right, so I know I'm going to go ahead and have to pull the rotor off. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the wheels to the driver's side. First thing first, we're going to pop the caliper off. See if this one does it. Well, this one don't do it. So something to look out for. So this bolt is spinning. It's not coming loose. 3/4. And it ain't gonna work neither. Really? I really didn't want to put channel locks on it, but it's a lot of corrosion on that thing. So we'll clean that up. Well, a screwdriver in there and pull this over a little bit. No. Just pry it off it. In no way, shape, or form is this the right way to probably do this, but this is how I'm doing it. So be it. And I've lost my hangers to hang my calipers on. So we'll just kind of hope for the best right there. The big thing on my mom's car the other week, she has a Kia Sportage, and it's basically the same setup on it. These pins were seized, like locked out, so it was prematurely wearing the brakes out because the caliper couldn't float. So that's something to check. Make sure they free spin. Or you'll be putting brakes on it real soon again. They're not shot, but they need it. These aren't bad neither. So, but we put new ones on it. The guy wants new ones. He's getting new ones. It's for his mom, and he don't want her riding around with half. There's a Torx head screw that holds the caliper to the hub. Go ahead and take that out, and then since we're changing rotor, as I said, we gotta pull the bracket off. Get them out of the way. That one out of the way too. Done. 2 bolts right here. One more up here. A little harder to get on this one. Y'all gonna love that. Oh shit. Alright, that's not right neither, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna make do with it. Unless I can find something to make a hanger out of. Nope. Rotor off. Alright, let me run grab the other one. Here she is. Now, make sure you... Oh, this one's different. Huh. Anyhow. Make sure this hole with the bevel in it, or chamfer, is lined up with this hole on your hub. Okay. This is the rear. Somehow, not sure how that happened. So they put one front and one rear in each box. That's kind of weird. I was expecting each box to have the same in it, but nope, not today. I guess the lesson there is check your part numbers. So now, the right one on there, it slides on like it's supposed to. You screw back in. Screw back in, and then we'll put our bracket back on. So everything's good and free here. It turns, pulls, no problem. So we like that. Yep. That'll work. All right, now we've got to push our pistons back in that caliper. There's several tools. They make a little tool that you can put in here and crank it, and it pushes back. I mean, there's a bunch of ways you can do it, I guess. Those tools be the proper way, but I'm going to use a C-clamp because that's what I've always done. Just run these in till they seat, till the brake hits the body of the caliper. The pad hits the body of the caliper on the back. That's what I do. Time you replace your brakes or whatnot, you know, it comes with new, whatever this stuff's called. I don't actually know the name of this, matter of fact. But always put the new ones on. On this car, the back brake has the squealer on it. We're going to put it on. Front one, same way. Oh, make sure it's the right way. All right, that's that. Take our old pad out of the caliper. Slide it on. All right, so that's both front brakes done. Because now we can put the wheel on it. Back it out, turn it around, pull it back in here and do the rear. All right, I'll cut y'all back on when I get it turned around. All right, y'all, so now I'm gonna hop on and do the back. It's basically the same as the front. Everything's just positioned a little different. But sorry. But if I run anything, I'll turn this thing on and show you. I'm just gonna flip it over on fast record while I'm doing this real quick. I'm gonna knock both of these out and get this vehicle out of here. I'm tired of seeing it in the yard. That's why I'm figured I'd go ahead and work on it today. But let's get this done. All right, so the only thing I've noticed is where it went. This hole right here. And then there's that hole your screw goes into. This one is to adjust your parking brake. It has a rubber grommet that goes in it. You have to take that from your factory rotor or the rotors on the vehicle, put it in there, but that's to adjust your parking brake. So yeah, figured I'd point that out to you. I was wondering what that hole was until I got this one apart. All right, y'all. Well, that's a wrap on this 2014 Chevrolet Captiva. So we done the exhaust manifold and front and rear brakes and rotors on this car. Maybe this will help somebody just leaning towards the manifold. That was the main thing. I just went ahead and done the brakes, but just afraid or second guessing tackling that manifold job. It's not that hard. It's just a little time consuming, few hours. And a lot of cuss words, if you will. But So I guess now we're going to crank it up. We're going to run down the road and see if, or set the brakes and pads and everything. But thank y'all for watching, and hit that like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Surely we'll have old Comet coming, or the 56. But thank y'all.